What's up, guys? Xraypc here, and we're back with another video for you guys, where I'm going to be talking about the best farmers in the entire game, in my opinion. And obviously, there's going to might be a little bit more I might add here later on in the future, the more I get the test. But for the time being, I feel like I've tested a large amount of the AoE farming ones in the entire game. So I'll show you the ones I already have in my party that I've been using, which is PARROTMON Destroy Mode, which you get pretty much you have to beat the whole game, do all the side quests, get to agent rank 10, which is like you have to do all the side quests, start new game plus play a little bit into it and get a couple of missions done, and then you'll have agent rank 10, which means all of your agent skills are fully completed. And then also Mervamon. Mervamon is the Mega Plus version, meaning you get to Minervamon, which is the girl with the big sword from the storyline, and then she has a awakening mode, which is like burst mode, another mon or anything like that. Like and I think it was first shown in Digimon X Wars, and this is where everybody wanted it. And then obviously because she's just like a big main character of the game, she gets her evolution in this game. And then bam, you get Mervamon. Agumon, Bond of Bravery, and Gabumon, Bond of Friendship, are both broken farmers as well. And then you have Bielstarmon, if you can get her built up, is really strong as well, because she has a 15 times 4 AoE hit, which is Hurricane Screw Shot. And it has a always hits, so you don't have to worry about it missing. And then also it can or no, wait. This has the always hit thing. This one has the 10% crit. Both can crit though. But the 10% crit, that's what it was. So there's an item at the end of the game. You beat the game and you have the Volcanismon guy who could sell you items where you have to get these little memories for each one, which is through side quests to end the game. And Jupitermons, there you go. So Jupitermons is 30% crit rate. I wasn't able to get it because there's like one item I just couldn't get. Oh, crit 2. I don't know where crit 2 is, but please don't sell it, because I don't know if I sold it or I have it on like a mon. I looked at all my mons, I can't find it. So if you find it, please don't sell it, because it literally crit 2 is like 20% crit, I think, while crit 3 is, or this item's like crit 3. So it's 30% crit, and it gives you like 500 attack, 30% crit, with the resistances and an immunity something. So yeah, you don't ever want to sell that. That is the, I think, like best offensive item in the whole game for sure, other than the item I have here, which is another thing I'll just say before I move on to other Digimon. It is the blue steel data fragment that you get in the story for your Aegomon to turn to Aegotrusmon, and not just Aegotrusmon, but he turns to Aegotrusmon blue. You also have this one, so this default Aegotrusmon, another one that's super broken, but and it's good for farming as well, but it buffs your crit damage by 20%. So you can get that thing, but buffs your crit damage by 20%. The personality skill from the wisdom tree that just gives you a flat 20% crit damage. That obviously you can use that personality skill across physical and magical. You don't have to only be magical to use that. And then you can go back to the physical tree to go all the way to top right to brave if you want. So we'll move on. I will just show off other good farming ones. Gundramon is really pretty good at farming. The thing about Gundramon though is his AoE is straight up just uses all your SP. But I guess if he, I'm thinking it's like if he's strong enough, it's like such high power that you would just one tap him. If he was like level 99, because levels matter, you max out his 9,999 attack. You have his in speed like just maxed out. I'm not sure if speed goes into it, but it could. But for sure, level 99 have the speed maxed out, attack maxed out, and be in the brave tree, because brave ignores 30% defense once you're age rank 10, and astute in the bottom left of the wisdom tree. So top right and the bottom left of the personality trees respectively ignore defense on top right and ignore magic resistance in the bottom left. So with all that, you should be able to one tap things, and if you can't, I mean, you have your single target move and you just put like AoEs on them to make up for that. So you still have AoE on them. Let's see, the other one was, oh yeah, he's really good. AoE 55 if the target is already acted, if increased damage. So it's like, it's good and bad, because he wants he wants a thing where like he always goes last, pretty much. Like he wants them to do something. 100% chance or defense reduction. He's fine though. Was it Marsmon? No, Marsmon is one of the best single targets though. The more buffs that this guy has, the more damage. The greater the user stat buffs, the greater the damage. Obviously, if you have like a thing where like that person, oh, you heal that person and buff all his stats, that's OP. Because it gives you all those stat buffs each count towards it, and then I think it's each level the stat buff also counts towards it, and obviously getting in like an attack buff will count towards it, and then you just lower their defense. Oh, here we go. So, Bacchusmon, destroy mode, I guess. AoE that does 90 damage, one of the highest like things, like the only thing higher like the super gods like that do like 100 or 105 or something on their AoE. But then they have trade-offs and things like that. Well, his trade-off though is he always puts himself to sleep, but you just put things on him that either make you, there's the ones that make you purely immune to all, let me just go all the way down. So you can get this one. So I think it's deep slumber that he puts himself in. Oh no, just sleep. So yeah, you could literally just put, not even the one for deep slumber. You could put sleep wall 1. You don't have to waste a sleep wall 2. I would just put sleep wall 2 because it's sleep and deep slumber. So if something else has a deep slumber effect that hit you, it wouldn't mess you up. Also, there's one. Multi-wall, which is all abnormalities, so you don't have to worry about anything, including your own sleep. And then there's things that, like these ones, where there's the ones at the end of the game I was telling you about. So this is 20% crit rate in this one. Oh, I think I used my crit 2 on this. Because I think you only get one crit 2 in the whole story, I swear. There might be a mob you farm that gives you it, and I couldn't find it. Because you could farm items off mobs, including the equip stuff, like all this stuff. But yeah, it gives you what, the 30% crit, 500 attack, and then I think it's nullify all resistances actually. And then it's like a certain resist type, like I think you resist like dark or something. But it's like, bro, that's insane. And then like, yeah, I don't remember the one for sleep. Because I think the Bacchusmon one was like nullify like paralysis or something. So it's like another person's word like nullify sleep, but that would help with him. Oh, this one. A 90 damage as well, with a 15% chance to apply instant death. So this guy has the same one as Bacchusmon, except it doesn't have the downside of putting you to sleep, so you don't have to worry about wasting an item on that. And then he still has 100 damage single target. Like you would think, oh shoot. Wait, come on. Alright, so you would think this guy, you're already going crazy with him because it's 60 power. Okay, my Minerva Mons is, I have a 60 power AoE that also applies deadly poison, and it destroys humanoids, which is a lot of. So like the traits is when when you look at the target, I don't know how to check it in this screen, maybe in the field guide, but when you're like, do you like always do your scans and actually read that? Yes, going through the story, you don't have to think, you don't have to read stuff because it's so easy when you're doing like hard or balance mode. But when you get to mega, this stuff right here, and this is why megas are always important. Megas are the only ones with the do more damage to humanoids, do more damage to reptiles, do more damage to dragon types, and it's not this thing at the top. It's when you open the menu, when you hit Q and you click on them, and I'll show you in a second. You'll see like medium, because it's like she's like a medium, so it'll show their size, and then the multiple traits that they fall under. So their humanoid trait, reptile trait, angel trait, holy trait, like anything like that. And then this one is 27 times 3, which is 81 total damage, but each hit can crit, obviously, and she has a 10% crit rate on it. So if you crit on one, you automatically are doing more than even a person with a 90. And then if you just got to get like a crit 2 with the crit 30%, or you could do the one item that I had was poison resist with 20% crit, and then that one item with 30% crit. That's 50% crit rate right there. So you have 50% crit rate, and then you have 10% on the skill. So that's 60% crit rate. And then if you want, you could get either the 20% crit damage, or you get the 5% extra crit rate in the I think it's in the offensive tree and the skill tree. And if you can get that, that's like 65. But if you're okay with 60, I feel like 60 with a multi-hit move is fine. You have 3 hits on it. Because Because like his is, if the target is yet to act, if you're faster, you'll just do more damage. Just actually, like you'll probably get to like 80 damage, I think. I don't know, no one's ever actually like done the math to like do numerous tests on this one thing to just see, because this guy's probably the easiest since you get him right at the start of the game, and you could easily, somebody could easily test that. I'm not too much of a math nerd to do that, but like something like this, 12 times 8 hits, always hits, and has 20% crit rate. So you get the 20% crit rate here, you get the 50%, you have a 70% crit rate, this one thing, and then you just get to get the crit damage from your one skill tree, the bottom left skill tree, the magic one. So each hit can crit, and then you have the 20% crit rate, like a crit damage, that like having this many hits makes up for like the maybe having a not 100% crit rate, you know. I think the highest you can get, the closest you can get is, there's like Alphamon has a 25% crit rate, so he's the only one that can get to like 95% crit rate, or like 90%. Let's see, the other farmers, I guess you could use Lotusmon. She's mainly more of a healer, but you could use her if she's strong enough. Like she could pretty much get them the one shot. Oh, he's one of the best farmers too. Actually, he's like good enough. The problem about using all your SPs, you'd have to do it and then wait till the end. Actually, no, you don't. He'd be better. Which is actually crazy because it used to be the other guy, because he was a stat nerfing himself, and then now they made him lose all his SP while he is nerfing his own damage, but it wouldn't really matter. One, you could just get the thing. I'll just show you real quick. Oh shoot, god dang it, dude, I'm so not used to mouse and keyboard, sorry. What do you mean? There you go. There you go. All right, so on top of the obviously the enhanced items having the ability to get that as well, you can just get stat wall and make yourself completely immune to stat debuffs, and literally you could spam this with no repercussions at all. If you don't have that item, you could just get somebody who gets I think it's Dispel, and let me see, make sure. It is Dispel, and it gets rid of all stat debuffs. So 20% chance of 20% reduction to all of your stats. Or it's 100% chance. So it's 100% chance to reduce all of your stats by 20%. But if you have stat wall, like you can't be reduced, you can spam an 105 damage AoE over and over again. And anyone with Immortal trait, which is like pretty much near the end of the game, there's gonna be a lot of people with this Immortal trait. This guy's the next one I want to build up because I loved Mirage Gagamon. Obviously, the Rise Shine Greymon is my favorite. He was a main character. My favorite main character is Masaru from 5th season. These are Data Squad characters, and he was definitely my favorite for sure. Or he was my favorite, but he was my second favorite. He was like the rival of the main character pretty much. And so, dude, like he's crazy in this game. 100 damage single target and 105 damage AoE. He is 110 damage single target, and you could put the same thing. They're both like, they use their moves, but then they weaken themselves. I don't like this whole SP, like consume all SP thing. I'm trying to think of why you would do that. I'm still trying to think, because like there is like if you do damage, you get your mana back based on the damage done. But I don't know. It just doesn't, like, it only for magic, so he's a physical. Both are, so I don't know. Even the Biozamon I have is the same thing, but on a single target. You could use this guy as well. This one's more for survivability though. It's 55 damage instead of like 100 damage, 110 damage, all that. So it's not as crazy, but you could use him as well. I think Machine Dramon. Oh no, he's not. I thought he would have been. I think it's no. He's one of the best single targets though. 100 damage, and it does more damage if they have any stat changes. So if you reduce their defense by like 120%, that still counts as a stat change. So you literally could just drop a nuclear bomb on people every time you use them with your Omni Blade skill. Now I'm just like showing through because like I'm curious to see what other ones are crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to the bank. I'm gonna go to the bank real quick. See, that's the one right there. Jupitermon. That's one of the other endgame ones. Chronomon HM mode, another one. Lilithmon, I think is another one. There you go. See, I like to show you guys in real time. I wish I had that $8 DLC thing. It'd be a lot easier. just instantly show you without having to find farm spots. I found a really good farm spot though. Let's see. There you go. I can just do this. I don't think he... Let me just check to see if he has AoE. No, he's pure single target, which he has really high single target values. A dark physical attack with a 25% crit rate, and the only thing you got to worry about is it can miss sometimes. But you can get things that improve your accuracy, so... but yeah, this one is never does it never does reduce damage. It always does flat damage, and then it can get higher if they're weak to null. It does 105. So that one's good. But let's see. Oh yeah, she's AoE. There you go. She's 100% chance to apply deadly poison, which hits so hard, by the way. I didn't know how strong deadly poison could be until I actually used it, and the boss was losing like 20% of its health every hit. And I'm in mega mode where like I fought this bird boss for like everybody I talk to, everyone's just fight like, dude, mega is insane. Mega is so fun, dude. I can't wait to like farm enough, get everything good, and then go to Mega Plus and just try to like beat it without like losing once. Just like, I don't know, doing challenges for myself. Injuries also makes it so they can't be healed. So it applies deadly poison and injury. So they literally can't heal themselves anymore, and they get hit for deadly poison damage. Not insane for like, because in farming you just want to one tap it so you can move on, but there you go. So Chronomon HM mode, which is I have Chronomon Destroy mode. This Chronomon before he just becomes all like evil and destroys everything. If you know the story, that's Chronomon's like the main like thing in the story. So this is like, that's why I say you got to be rank 10 to get it. I mean, he's literally the god of time, Chronos. All of these the 12 main like Digimon that are important to the story are all based on Greek mythology, Greek and Roman combined the mythology. Apollomon, Dianamon, Minervamon, Chronomon, like all these things are based on like obviously Greek, and like Kronos, the god of time. Kronos is like the main villain in Hades too. You know what I mean? Eats his own children. You would think he's like a good guy, but all of a sudden he's just, you know, one of the messed up gods. As just in real life mythology lore of Greek, that's who he is. So it's not even like a spoil, because that's what he literally does. So 85 damage, AoE, really broken. Does more damage versus evil trait, which is you'll find a lot of these in the leader of the Titanmon, like his domain, the evil, like it's like pretty much the evil domain, all evil Digimon. So anything related to evil Digimon you'll find there, and you could find like a good farm spot there. You would do more damage. Removes all stat buffs as well, so it's good for boss fights as well, where like maybe they start spamming buffs on themselves, or like maybe it's a like multi big fight team thing, like especially the Coliseum and stuff. That you use that there, and then 110 damage single target hit that always hits. It can never be lower. It only can be higher or default. So that's insane. That's one of the highest single targets in the whole game, and it only has an upside, really. And then he's not, oh shoot, he's just broken for like bossing and stuff like that. I guess if it's like you find a farm spot and no, he's like mainly for bossing because it's like a long fight. Yeah, so this one is a 50% chance of immobilize, and this one is if their target's affected by paralysis or immobilize, you'll do more damage, and evil traits as well. Evil and holy he can destroy. I think I have Jupitermon as well now, so let me see. There it is. So Jupitermon, just gonna put him in there because I want to train him as well, and this makes it easier to check his thing out. Oh, here you go. So he's the one with the AoE. 55 damage. If the target is a generation lesser than the user, more damage. So anyone who's not Mega. And not many areas you can game you can farm Megas until like really far in the game storyline. So yeah, this guy is going to be one of the best farmers in the game as well. And then he has a 100% chance to lower their electric resist to a single target, and 30% reduction of defense. So in longer fights, he could destroy things as well. And I really want to know the increase in damage. What I'm assuming is it's a 50% boost in damage. So let's just say 50% of 55. Oh shoot, I did that wrong. 50% of 55, which is 27.5, and then you add 55, which is 82.5. So let's say like 82.5 AoE. That's pretty good too. And that's only assuming if it just stops there at 82.5. And then obviously he could lower like a person's electric resist, and then you have another electric mon on the team that just destroys them. Like you could literally play with this guy who's a 15 times 6 and hits for 10%. Also Insectoid, which is really good on the tree area. There's a lot of Insectoid mons there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else would be like a good AoE one, but I'll just show you guys in battle. This is my farm spot, and then I'm gonna show you guys in battle what it looks like, and we'll end the video there probably. If you guys can find anything close to what I mean, like literally, even with the Mega Plus like Agumon of Bravery, it's only 60 damage AoE. But then, like, if you put that item I have on my... I had it on my Mervamon for a while, but now I'm like, you know, I want to use this guy now. It just makes you take... It takes... you do 50% more damage. So, consumes double the amount of mana required, but you do 50% more damage. So now it's like 800 instead of... So, I do 50% more, so 85, and then... So this is directly 50% more, and this one can never be lower as well. You never have a fear of like, oh, I'm fighting something that's resistant to everything about me and the move, right? It's fire. They resist fire now, and let's say they resist fire, and they reduce your damage of your actual character because you're a virus and they're a vaccine. Nope, it always does 85. It always does the base damage or more. 85 or 50% of 85. 42.5 plus 85. He does 127.5 base damage before any other calculation. I just hit things for what you're critting things for. Base. Obviously just 200%ed, right? These things are weak. But let's fight something that's not weak. I think it's these guys. Okay, he's 50%, he's 200%. So I had 12k non-crit. And then Mervamon's also good because she has obviously 2 different forms of AoE. That one will hit like 8k like 3 times, so sometimes 9 to 10k. And then if it crits, it's like 14k. So obviously it can end up being even more than what his is because it's a multi-hit and it can crit and has a high chance of crit. But yeah, since this guy can never be lowered, I mean like the most I have to worry about is maybe something being like 10% HP. This is why this guy's broken. And this is why this farm spot's really good. See how like I'm just like boom, boom, boom. I work my day down the bridge. And it can be way faster if I just mount. And boom. You get so many mons here too. 2 champions. So everything gives you just a lot of yen. I had like 900,000 or something yesterday before I was like, you know what, I'm gonna actually like use this and like pump a bunch of mons up. Okay, and then I just go back, and you're so fast while mounted, and you just go up, back down, and this is literally in the main hub city place that you can do this. And on Mega it's easier because on Mega it scales. If you're to do this on story difficulty, which you could change at any time, go up and down, I would suggest try to keep this on Mega because the whole point of you on New Game Plus is to actually experience the game on a harder difficulty and not just the same crap you just did on the main game, because it doesn't scale like, let's see. So let's see, level 12. So yeah, I guess if you're just doing it to like get scan rate and you're just like, oh, whatever, and then I guess go for it, but you can just... What the heck? This level 12 tanked that. Alright. But yeah, that's all I want to do for my farming video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like. Please comment down below who you think is the best farmer in the game. And also, if you can on mobile, hype the video up, because to get this video out to as many people as possible so that everybody can see what I think is the best farmers. But I try to go through even things that I try to go through other options to see who else could be a good farmer, and at least I discovered Jupitermon is a decent one too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Peace out, have a great day, and peace.